In the year 2147, the gravity-drive ships of humanity, the pioneers Ardor and the Whisper of Centauri, slipped through the shimmering veil of the Cassini Anomaly, not into another sector of space, but into a realm of pure, structured possibility known as the Loom, a cosmic lattice where the threads of cause and effect were not fixed, but hung like radiant filaments waiting to be woven. And there they encountered not aliens but the weavers, beings of crystallized time who perceived all existence as a tapestry of probabilistic patterns, who communicated not with words, but by altering the emotional resonance of quantum probabilities, flooding the human crews with waves of preemptive nostalgia for futures not yet chosen and grief for pasts that had never been, revealing that our entire history from the first mitotic cell division to the rise of the solar federacy was but a single, unremarkable thread in an infinite fabric. A thread the weavers declared was fraying toward a statistical dead end, known as the Great Attenuation, an event not of physical destruction, but of irreversible narrative collapse where humanity's story would simply cease to be narratively coherent, becoming static in the universal library. Commander Kalen Rigel, a pragmatist forged in the asteroid wars, rejected this fate as metaphysical tyranny, while Dr. Anya Seilin, a theoretical ontologist, saw in the Loom a salvation, a chance to reweave the very foundations of human essence. Their ideological conflict, mirrored in microcosm aboard their ships, erupted when the weavers offered not a weapon but a needle, the accuse, a device capable of splicing new threads of potential into the core identity of a species, a procedure that risked unraveling the subjects into mere potentiality, a fate worse than death, becoming a ghost of might have been. As the Ardor faction, led by Rigel's Lieutenant Verk, mutinied to seize the accuse and use it as a weapon to force the weavers to rewrite reality to human advantage, and the Whisper crew under Anya fought to achieve a symbiotic weave, a synthesis, the Loom itself began to react to the introduced chaos of human free will, birthing from the agitated probabilities fractal phantoms, echoes of human archetypes, a towering warrior of pure rage, a weeping maiden of infinite loss, a laughing trickster of broken logic, that began to attack both ships and weavers alike, forcing an unstable, desperate alliance. Meanwhile, on Earth, time itself began to stutter as the Loom's instability bled through the anomaly, causing people to experience flashes of their parents' childhoods as their own memories, or to speak in languages that would not be invented for millennia, a global temporal psychosis that the governments tried to contain with causal dampening fields, even as a cult, the threadbare, arose to worship the coming unweaving as a sacred return to pure potential. Back within the Loom, Rigel, now seeing the tangible effects of his rebellion in the form of a phantom that wore his dead daughter's face, and Anya, whose body was beginning to flicker between probable states, sacrificed their ships, combined reactor cores to power the accused not for humanity alone, but in a burst of empathic insanity, they linked it to the Weaver's own core pattern, proposing a mutual reweaving, a gambit that risked annihilating both species, pasts entirely. The process initiated a recursive reality cascade, displaying to every conscious mind in both realms a dizzying, simultaneous playback of every pivotal probabilistic branch in human and weaver history. The wars not fought, the loves not kindled, the discoveries not made, the silent, empty universes where neither had ever existed, a sensory overload of alternative selves that forged, through sheer overwhelming empathy, a new consensus, a hybrid thread. The result was not a victory, but a metamorphosis. The Cassini anomaly stabilized into a permanent, shimmering bridge called the symbiosis, the weavers retreating into the deeper Loom forever changed, their perfect predictive models forever inoculated with human unpredictability, while humanity emerged back into normal spacetime irrevocably altered, every person now a latent probabilistic anchor, mildly telepathic within a species-wide gestalt, haunted by gentle, persistent visions of the other paths not taken. A condition known as the echo. The ships were lost, Rigel and Anya becoming permanent, semi-mythic patterns in the Loom itself. Their love and conflict a new foundational myth. And Earth, now the center of a new consciousness, found itself navigating a galaxy where other species, sensing the great reweaving, now approached not with warships but with shared memories, offering to trade not resources but resonant emotional harmonics, while from the abyss between galactic filaments, the true ancient architects of the Loom, the Severers, cold entities who believed all probabilistic weaving was a flaw to be pruned, turned their timeless attention toward this new, noisy hybrid thread, setting the stage for a conflict where the very nature of existence, fluid or fixed, would be the battlefield, and humanity, no longer merely human, would have to defend its right to be a story still being told. Its every moment a beautiful, fragile defiance against the silent, static dark, forever balancing on the knife edge between the coherence of a single line and the chaos of infinite possibility, a species that had stared into the tapestry of all that could be and whispered, with one compounded voice, "We choose all of it, and we choose to remain ourselves within the storm," a declaration that rippled backwards and forwards through time, subtly altering even the remembered past, making our history forever a question rather than an answer. An eternal becoming written in the language of quantum starlight.